After, after the disposal of the earlier repetitions, 10 feet was marked. Challenging that, I filed repetition 1913, challenging that action.
Further 10
Stay
feet
was
is
granted. Thereafter, on 28/4/2023, this repetition was dismissed. On the very same day, they have said,
Delete, madam, that para. Now, what para? This. Delete this para. Delete. List. We detained you for this, for them. Thank you. Call this probably is one. So next case, same matter. Huh? Any confusion, please show. Yes.
GP for services 1 and 3.
Yes.
Sir, I'm appearing for respondents 1, 2, 3.
Counter.
I take an objection about the maintainability of the writ petition without first approaching the Central Administrative Tribunal, my lord, as said by the Supreme Court in Chandra Kumar's case. High Court is not the first court in service matters. You should necessarily approach the Central Administrative Tribunal.
Ready?
Then come here.
Ready with this objection? No, ready, then we will hear you. Are you ready to make this objection? You want time to address us? Learned, you are
My lord, I am the special counsel for the state of Andhra
learned counsel for special counsel for state of Andhra Pradesh submits that
A petition before Lordship is an employment into the notification.
contempt.
Contempt and restriction.
What? Counter.
APPSC,
Public Service Commission.
TSPSC and APPSC. Main grievance against APPSC.
For re-examination. They have not sent to you for re-examination of your height so far? Then we'll issue notice. Notice has not been issued.
Notice has been.
Gopal's Telangana Public Service Commission.
They have been served, right?
Petition bundle.
I am for third respondent.
Huh?
I represent third
Hey,
respondent.
Mr. Contempt petition, who are respondents?
APPSC, my lord. Secretary APPS, Andhra Pradesh Public Service Commission.
Andhra Pradesh, his name, right? You can't implead in a contempt petition secretary is so and so.
Sorry, sorry.
You amend the cost title. Contempt, he has to learn it. Counsel for the petitioner praise for is granted
2 weeks.
2 weeks time.
Lordship directed me to amend the prayer. I'm filing today, I that next week.
What twice it is listed, right? Learned counsel for the petitioner once again prays for adjournment to enable him to file an application in the light of liberty granted to him on 31/7/23 list after 1 week.
Request 4 weeks time.
My lord, petition filed challenging regulations of the National Medical Commission with respect to
After
qualification of
file,
teachers.
you don't
It
want
has
to
been
file.
filed, ma'am.
Request 4 weeks time.
Who are you?
I am respondent number 1, representing respondent.
One.
One respondent number 1.
Speak into the mic. Why you are? Learned counsel for respond number 1, praise fund is granted 4 weeks time to enable him to file counter. See, petition is admitted for hearing, you say. None for the petitioner, admitted for hearing, 4 weeks time. There is no interim order, madam.
No, my, it's no interim.
Yes. Hmm. Hmm. Yes,
But in the extended 23.
counter has been filed, right?
Yes, sir. Counter is fine.
Then it has to be heard, right? Validity of rules.
Rule, madam.
Petition is admitted for hearing.
Next matter.
You want to file any rejoinder?
Rejoinder is also filed.
But pleadings in the case are complete, petition is admitted for hearing.
The next matter is the connected blood when no count is filed.
Which case?
Next case, 23rd item.
23rd. Yes.
2 weeks.
Admitted for hearing, list for analogous hearing along with WP number 44365/2022. Let counter, if any, be filed within a period of 3 weeks.
Obliged.
Next.
No counter affidavit is filed. I guess the contract.
Admitted for hearing, let counter, if any, on behalf of respondents be filed within a period of 6 weeks. Just stop construction. Mr. Which provision, section 7?
7. Presenting for
Section 7 to stop construction or to direct an inquiry to stop construction? What?
It is with regard to the survey problem, my lord.
Then you shouldn't interfere, right? How can you issue a direction to stop construction?
Till
What?
finalization of survey,
You can't do it. You are not a revenue officer. Are you? Revenue officer directing to stop survey. Who appears for response?
I'm for respondent number 4, my notes. Respondent number 4, my notes.
You had gone there, no? So you are standing quietly as if you are for the petitioner. Yeah. It's good idea to stand here to avoid questions of court. So whosoever appears this side will face. Good
No,
idea.
Actually,
Our association always young members have bright ideas. We appreciate this.
Yes, my notes. My senior actually wants to argue this matter before.
Nothing, you senior, you are senior counsel. We will designate you as senior counsel in next full court meeting. Argue. For that you must begin arguing. So which provision of Lokayukt Act he has? See and tell us where does he get jurisdiction to stop construction? Which act? What will give it, Mr. Counsel? Tell me. He wants to become a senior advocate, so you must, right? Which provision?
Section 7, my notes. Is
Where is the order of this thing? Read it. Where is the provision enabling this to stop construction? He can inquire into the complaints relating to construction also. Which clause?
Your lordship permits, I shall just read all entire matter.
No, matter. Read which clause permits him to conduct an inquiry. Supposing if he has to power to conduct, listen here, Mister. Don't look at him. If Lokayukt has power to conduct an inquiry with regard to any construction made, we will agree with your submission that he has power to grant stay because that is an ancillary power. So you go through it and tell us which clause, which subsection permits him to make a complaint with inquire into this construction raised by anybody. They all will be happy. They will all abolish your offices, right, to regulate construction. Lokayukt will do it. All constructions, all across state of Telangana, he is the authority. You tell me, see, so Mr. Which
My
clause?
notes, clause number 4, I will just read out clause number 4, my notes. That is,
Four of seven. Clause seven.
Yes,
what
yes, ma'am.
sports?
section 7, clause 4, where 2 or more Upalokayuktas are appointed under this act, the Lokayukta may by general or special order assign to each of them matters which may be investigated by them under this act, provided that no investigation made by Upalokayukta.
No, what did we ask you? He should have a power to make investigation with regard to construction. Then only he can pass an order. What do you say, Mister?
My lord,
After perusal of the act, what do you say? Power is there, not there. There can't be.
my lord, page
You
four,
cannot argue that it's there.
only we have ordered for investigation, my lord. Till investigation, construction
No,
shall
no,
be
it can't.
stopped, my lord.
You
That-
ordered
you-
investigation. The Tahsildar goes and gives a letter saying to your authorities give a letter, stop constructions.
No, in the order it is there, not to stop the construction.
In order.
No, Mister.
Page 14.
See, this is not correct. No ordered investigation. At least all the time, page 13, last line. Read it aloud. Read it. Right? Page 13 is your order.
Yes.
What does it say last line?
Yes.
No, read it. Read that aloud.
Till such time, no structures shall be allowed to
That's
rise.
how you are saying that I only said investigate. And you will have power to investigate in respect of a subject matter covered under section 7. Not anything. No, supposing if he says that my relative has died on account of medical negligence on a treatment given by doctor. You will say, I will conduct an inquiry, till then he be put behind bars. License be, or not behind bars, license be suspended, he cannot practice. I am holding an inquiry. You understand, Mister? If you don't, as a lawyer, you have to assist all the time. No power. So nothing, no senior. No power, no senior. You are senior, right? Give your biodata to the registrar judicial, right? Name and this thing, income, everything. We will consider designation senior counsel. You have argued it so well. What to do? You are what? Not appearing.
Respond number 3, my lord, I am appearing for response.
Nothing to do with this.
Municipal corporation, my lord, as per the directions of the Lokayukta, my lord, they have issued notice to the petitioner to stop the construction.
This thing is based on Lokayukta. You have nothing to do. But why don't you examine his grievance with regard to construction if he has?
Permission is.
Grant you the liberty to approach Greater Warangal Municipal Corporation with regard to your grievance, and he assures that he will look into it. Correct? In this writ petition under Article 226 of the Yes.
Item 2016.
Obliged, my lords.
Statement also from Article 2025 that is divided.
Counter, counter.
Lord, short time may be granted.
How much time? Don't, I mean, you are granted short time, don't this thing. Earlier also you were granted time.
Lord, the first
The
time.
short accommodation, earlier also you were granted an 11/8,
No, on 27.
27/7.
Yes,
You said the same thing, short accommodation.
Lord, this is regarding.
We know what is it about, how much time?
4 weeks.
Let them, this. Learn medical reimbursement to the extent you have actually incurred the amount. It is limited by rules to 1 lakh. Yes. They understand, right?
Claiming for the balance of.
Ah,
Balance of.
so that is what is you are entitled to, madam. That's what the main relief. We can't grant it today in the absence of counter. So and so. By way of indulgence, praise foreign is granted 4 weeks time to enable him to file counter. It is made clear in case counter is not filed on or before next date of hearing, appropriate order shall be passed.
Obliged.
List after 4 weeks. Yes. Mr. Counsel, you should come up on the next date with the GO instead of resisting that they are entitled to, right?
Lord, I want.
Ah.
GO is right now with me, my lord. Only all that is I wanted him to file a short counter, my lord.
GO is with you, then why are you not producing it?
GO is there, my lord, but their stand is on the same day, my lord, I have addressed a letter to the department stating that
GO is there means granting their claim.
it is restricted, my lord, the earlier.
That is the challenge. The GOC has filed with the petition. What is there with you?
Policy, your lordships asked me in previous section.
Therefore, instead of contesting it, advise the government. Yes.
So I'm appearing for the petitioner, my lord, in this matter.
These are all subsequent facts. After filing the counter of petition, I was considered final. To receive the action of.
That will be received at the time of hearing. Orders on IA, which IA? 1 of 2023 shall be passed at the time of hearing of the writ petition. You want to file any rejoinder?
Not a rejoinder, my lord. The pollution control board has not come up with a counter affidavit, my lord.
They are not they said that they have filed everything. We cannot compel. That's a matter to be heard at the time of. What is the grievance?
Lord, the grievance of the petitioner says, my lord, this has been, writ petition has been moved by way of public interest litigation.
That we know. What is the subject matter?
The subject-
promotion being passed.
Yes, my lord.
Have you approached them?
We have approached them, my lord, by way of several representations which have been filed.
R4 to R8 are conducting quarrying operations illegally. Since when?
R8,
When?
from the date of issuance of their
When? That is obviously
2017, my lord.
2007.
But immediately I have filed, my lord, I have given my representations. Thereafter, I have filed my
So quarrying operation is till what time? When it license.
License period was for a period of 15 years, my lord, I saw.
50 years.
15, 1-5.
1-5. Okay. Petition is admitted for hearing. Pleadings in the case are complete. The same is a petition is admitted for hearing. This IA whatever 1 of 23 shall be considered at the time of hearing of the appeal. Yes, Mr. Now have we got the chart?
Yes, sir. I have also filed a detailed chart for registry, Millard. Have it
Right.
on Monday, Millard, for detailed.
Hey, what, Mr. One day we will adjourn for his chart, another day for your chart. You give it.
With substantial material papers I have filed before registry, Millard. Last year, end of the list, Millard.
End of the list, 15 minutes.
I'm sorry.
Or we can sit for additional 10 minutes for you.
Monday. On Monday. Because the ground report also.
You don't have a copy. You can give it to us, copy.
Copy. We will call also, but you can give us in the meanwhile, one copy also you give, we will share.
I'll end up the list.
End of the list.
End of the list is 1:30.
So have it on Monday. We'll have to quickly.
Arey, Mr. Prabhakar, you should have compassion for flood victims.
Yeah.
Huh? Getting delayed, right?
So that my lord, with the substantial medical papers along with the reports I have filed for kind consideration of some.
You have got the copy? No. Give it.
Cabinet.
What is substantial reports?
Not his report, sir. State prepared report.
No. Has he given copy to you? Or
Just have given in your office, which you are of which obviously not aware.
given him a copy?
I-
Again, Monday what happens? He will say,
No,
Mr.
sir.
Prabhakar is giving some copy now.
Ah.
Wants to-
After lunch, I will submit the remarks.
Just put it in tablet.
Ah. Yes.
Yeah, read this.
Please.
The notes from the about the IMD warnings. First paragraph is IMD warnings. Issued. Your Lordship, respectfully submitted, the state of Telangana experienced heavy rains from 18 to 27 July. As per Indian Meteorological Department, intimated all forecasting extremely heavy rains on 19th and 20th of, and later from 26 to 28. The situation aggravated due to heavy rains in coastal Maharashtra, catchment areas of river Godavari and its tributaries Maharashtra. The state witnessed continuous heavy rainfall, causing flooding in low-lying areas, breaches to irrigation tanks, damage to roads and agricultural crops, which led to loss of 49 lives and severe damage to irrigation tanks. But thereafter, I put it in the tablet form, the preparedness of the state. The government has set up robust weather stations in Telangana State Development Planning Society to monitor the weather data and provide hourly information to state, district and mandal level administration. The regular data enable the state and district administration to take precautionary actions as below. Based on the forecast from IMD and TSDPS was issued daily forecast and timely alerts to the entire state administration. State provided 10 NDRF teams and deployed 2 helicopters in critical locations. Along with the support of the IAF, Indian Air Force and NDRF, the local police and the state fire and emergency department were in vulnerable locations for rescue and relief. Holidays were declared. This was also part of the earlier report. Right? Holidays were declared on 19th and 20th of July. Again, 26th to 28th of July as precautionary measures. The Lordship then turned to page 2. Right? The district administration identified shelter locations and necessary stay food, medical support and water were made available to the flood relief centers. During this disaster, district administration coordinating with IAF, NDRF and fire and disaster response department have evacuated people from inundated areas. 7 special officers were deployed at respective flood affected districts from the state headquarters to strengthen the hands of the district administration with the experience. 24/7 control room incident response command system was set up at Telangana Secretariat, and real-time instructions and support was extended to all districts. A total of 177 relief shelters were set up and operated to meet the needs of 11,748 persons. The post-disaster is identification of deaths and extension of financial support under SDRF guidelines initiated. Also for casualties, an assessment of damages and losses as per SDRF guidelines have been initiated and likely to submit the report for seeking assistance from the Government of India under SDRF and NDRF guidelines. Damage to roads, electric poles are being restored on war footing. Restore power and connectivity. Medical camp provided for flood victims. Respectfully submit Honorable Court orders dated 2/8/23 has directed the state government to appraise this court regard to the measures action taken by the state. The number of deaths in Jaishankar Bhupalpalli were reported were 4. The steps taken to identify the flood victims for effective flood relief measures in identifying the flood victims and evacuation were possible by deploying personnel of NDRF to IF helicopters and 27 boats. In Jaishankar Bhupalpalli district, the district administration coordinated with IAF, NDRF police, Fire and Disaster Response Department and other authorities evacuated 655 people. A total of 177 relief shelters in the entire state were set up with essential goods, food and medical facilities. But this was also read earlier. The process is underway to identify persons who are impacted by floods, which will be ongoing process with the support of local officials for the verification of damages to the houses. Then after, all the authorities have taken measures to the support of center, state and regional level coordinated forces.
What do you say, Mr. Prabhakar?
4 lakhs was
Check every direction of this honorable court, Miller.
Has not been complied with. They have not done anything on the ground.
Yes, sir. Each and every substantial material paper I have enclosed in my material papers, Miller. And
This is not, let it not be an occasion to accuse government. They are doing something, right? You can't say they have not done anything.
categorically stated they were also party before the Honorable Supreme Court and filed by counter also. And a single guidelines of the Honorable Supreme Court has not been complied for 10 days, with 19th July to 30th July. Even after direction of this.
No, so 1 minute. So supposing if your submission is accepted, what should we do? Not comply for 10 days. And just supposing.
Yes.
What the next stage? This is what to suggest. This is PIN, not a ground to fight against the government.
Yes.
Not a forum.
Yes.
You want to fight it?
To,
Go to streets. Carry demonstration, procession, whatever you. The court won't. So they did not do anything. So what?
then you
So
are
therefore, no right to continue in office. What is this?
Lordships, my humble submission with
Then-
great respect to this honorable court. Some more time may be
See-
given to them to comply the orders of.
He has done it. He has done it. No point. Sir, we have been telling everyone in a public interest litigation, your approach has to be different. You have to see what all has been done, what else is required to be done. We are sitting here to ensure that they do their task and provide effective relief to flood victims.
Yes.
But first of all, you will have to stop accusing. You have to tell us by way of a chart. This is all what is required to be done for
For your lordship.
This is-
I have checked.
what else is required to be done
Yes.
for flood victims now. The relief has not been extended. Whatever these are the beneficiaries.
Yes.
That's what we will ensure that
Yes, yes.
we will take them
We
to
have
task.
It's on this honorable court that Millard
No.
could ensure the same. Kindly have it on Monday, Millard. The substantial material paper I have submitted before your lordship.
What substantial material papers?
Lordships.
So, Mr. List of, so some details you need to furnish, right? See, you have said that you are identifying the people, right, of flood victims. How many people have you identified? Ex gratia amount of 4 lakhs.
4 lakhs is the
Whom?
affected
Details.
number of details.
Monday.
Wednesday, brother, your lordship. Since because of the
Oh, then Wednesday, he will file another material paper. So then,
Because-
Mr. Prabhakar.
One item may I submit,
may I
Millard? One
fairly state, my lord, because of the
consecutive
Independence
ice
Day.
going down huge epidemic disease, Millard.
Huh?
That's also is not being controlled by the state.
Which epidemic disease?
Consecutive ice.
Conjunctivitis. Conjunctivitis.
Yes, Millard.
So that is.
Well,